izwe ungabokhala uYehova wakho uzokunqobela inkululeko uYehova wakho uzokunqobela inkululeko uYehova wakho uzokunqobela tulasizwe ungabokhala uYehova wakho uzokunqobela inkululeko uYehova wakho uzokunqobela
It's not an easy road, yeah. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Who feels it knows, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. On an easy road, yeah. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Who feels it knows, yeah. No, no, no. From the minute of birth, I've entered this earth. Obstacles in my way to overcome. I have searched every day, they only get worse. Oh my Jah, cast away this curse. Well, if I'm weary, or if I'm dreary, I have no time to rest. Oh, if I'm weary, if I'm dreary, I have no time. It's not an easy road. Some see the glamour and glitter and think it's a bed of rose. Who feels it knows, yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh. Lord God, I cry. It's not an easy road now. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Who feels it knows. Who feels it knows. Yeah. This morning wasn't no ordinary morning. No, 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 no. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I rise to see the sun. They try to pull me down. They will love to discredit the works that I have done. They were not satisfied. Look how hard man try. Oh, from this wicked I've got to stay wide. Yeah. Pull up my head, glance at both sides, yeah. I have got to stay wide, away from their egos and their pride now. It's not an easy road, yeah. No, no, no. No, 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 no. Who feels it knows, yeah. Oh, oh, oh. An easy road, yeah. Oh, no, no, no. Nada, no, na, no, na, no. Who feels it knows, yeah. What I say, I tell you it's hard, it's hard, it's hard. Let them know we want to go home and we hard. It's hard, it's hard, it's hard, yeah. Tell them we want to go home and we hard. It's hard, it's hard, it's hard. I've got to hold my head up. You've got to. All right. Yeah. So she took it back, and they would not change it. You made a deal with the devil. You cannot rearrange it. And while on the road you trod, where temptation comes, on your way. Don't get mad. Pray. Get on your knees and remember the Almighty. On an easy road, y'all. Some see the glamour and glitter and feel it's a bed of rose. Who feels it knows, yeah. Yeah, what I say. On an easy road, y'all. Some see the glamour and glitter and feel it's a bed of rose. Who feels it knows, yeah.
I got tired to see my face. Can't get me out of the race. Oh man, you said I'm in your place. And then you draw back yard. I make you draw back yard. And then you draw back yard. Propaganda spreading over my name.
Good morning, north, south, east, and west. Good morning. Yeah. Today is another day that the Lord has made, and anytime we come here, me feel good. Yeah, me feel like, They took us away from Africa with intention to steal our culture. There's skills in Africa. Builder in Africa, electrician, mathematician. Everything good in Africa, So they came and stole, all these talents and brought them up here, And that was slavery, Ancestral truth. Yeah, I see you. Right. Welcome to Conscious Gong. Yeah, man. Xavier Topiko, I see you. Yeah, man. Big up. And today too, we stand in solidarity with Burkina Faso, with our brother Ibrahim Traore. They've been trying to eliminate him, and there's a lot going on around the world. BBC is lying about stuff, and Ibrahim is doing the best he can, and they don't broadcast the good things that he does. They lie about all that stuff. My problem is why don't we have something like CNN or BBC or Voice of America? People tell our story. We can tell our own story, and they lie about it, Greetings all the Willami fans around the world. Me say greetings. Especially Africa, where I come from. Today we're going to talk about very sensitive stuff. The West is saying democracy is good for Africa. They don't live there, but they're telling us what to do. Ibrahim Traore is coming up with something different, something totally different. He comes in a military uniform, but with a very good talent and a very good sound mind, and he's doing a lot for the country, And then they're not saying anything about the good things that he's doing. But before, when Burkina Faso was very, very poor, they announced about it every day. They broadcast. They did broadcast about it every day that Burkina Faso is poor, but nobody did anything to help them, So are we gonna sit there and then go with democracy? You go and vote, and then some idiot comes, takes power, doesn't do anything, and he's a puppet of the West. Are we gonna sit down and do that? I see Israeli Americans, Italian Americans, German Americans, whatever Americans, they are proud of their country, where they come from. They are very proud. Even Europe is united, but they won't say I'm European American. They will say I'm German American, French American, Dada American, Are you African American? Are you Ghanaian American? Are you Nigerian American? Are you Cameroonian American? Are you Burkinabe American? We have Yahuda here, like we do every Saturday. Yahuda is a very knowledgeable guy. I like to bring him on board so we can talk about stuff. He who have ears, let him listen. If you don't like what I say, don't listen to me, but don't come at me with stupid arguments. Yeah. Beat goes on to 1 o'clock. Yeah, man. Rasta.
In my heart I'm singing a song. Look at me now as I travel alone. In my heart I'm singing a song. Yes, I once was weak, but now I'm strong. Recognize the Father's plan to be in this world and not of this world. That's the way.
I think Africa should how should I put it? We should kind of form our own form of government, that fits us. Okay, we're sitting there for Westerners to dictate for us what we need to do, and they don't even live there. You look at the Chinese, they have one unitary, system of government, and it works perfectly for them. And I think that's what Kwame Nkrumah started to do in Ghana, and it didn't go well. People didn't like it, so they got rid of him. Ibrahim Traore he's not even right now. He hasn't made up his mind, but he's doing all the good things for the country: free education, hospitals, good roads, everything, and some people don't like it. Gaddafi did the same. I mean, go to Libya right now. You can't even go to the store to buy something. You'll be shot. It's very bad. So are we going to sit down and then vote every 4 years? Or are we going to go with something that really works for us?
Teaching everyone about just love. Where are you?
All time room fast 11, 12 p.m. a.m. not p.m. a.m. Beat goes on to 1 o'clock. Yeah, man. You're listening to Conscious Gong. My name is Mr. Reggae Ambassador.
Did you kiss your queen? And did you hug your youths today? To let them know you overstand. Did you pray?
All my Facebook fans, please share, like, and share. Just same goes to YouTube. Like and share. Yeah, man.
Out of this confusion, and that is why I made this.
One unitary system of government or democracy, as they call it. I don't see it democracy. Oh my goodness. Look at what the French president is doing, and look at what Abidjan, the Ivory Coast president, is doing. I mean, I don't understand. I don't get it. You know, they call us poor, but when you try to make things right, so so we can escape poverty, they don't want us to do it. You know, that's a problem. These days, who bought Ibrahim Dimbe Brianna? Yeah, block Okra with Facebook. You know. Food soldier by Luciano. Recently, there was a lot of chaos in Burkina Faso. Some Al-Qaeda people, Al-Qaeda, like Africans call them Al-Qaeda. They went up there and did some bad things, killed like 200 soldiers. I think it was when Ibrahim went to Russia to meet Putin. And what surprises me is the French president, the Macron man. He met with the new leader of this country. What's the name? That guy was an Al-Qaeda leader, and he took over when this leader fled from Syria. He's the leader of Syria now, but he was, it was pretty bad. He's done some bad things, and now he's linked up with the French. And when they met, we don't know what they talked about, and immediately, Al-Qaeda went to Burkina Faso and did a lot of stuff there, and now BBC is blaming that on Ibrahim Traore. And people are talking, Africans are talking. Where is our news? Where is our ABC, African Broadcasting Corporation? Where is it? Okay, so if people talk about our stuff and they lie about it, I don't think we should we should complain, because we're not telling our story. Governor Kojo Brew, big up yourself. Enough respect, yeah, man.
No fuss, no fight. Let's get together and all unite. Oh God, Jenny love we a deal with forever. So Jenny love ya, me brother, yeah, forever and ever.
Yeah, man, we stand in solidarity with the Burkina Faso.
Yeah, forever and ever.
Yes, we Burkina Faso.
And go so when Mr. Love me mean that from me.
Why Africa? Why?
Stop time. No youth are dead, be hungry hours while the rich body in the zone.
So today's topic: should we go with our unitary system of government, just like China and Russia, or should we continue with this thing called democracy, which is not working for us? Waliyu Abubakar, Wagwan. Our friends in Facebook, if you come like and share, yeah, man. You listen to Conscious Gong, a special show on Conscious Vibes Radio. My name is Mr. Reggae Ambassador. Hey, Conscious Vibes Media Ghana is coming very soon, maybe in June. Yeah, we're gonna link you up, and you're gonna like it. Yeah.
Come in the murder rap. I tell you we love you up, I deal with forever, yeah. We are one.
Wisdom, one love, yeah, man. Respect.
Make love spread far and
like and share, please.
All man is equal, only that is the superior. Stand for my brothers and nobody get me, war and violence, we really don't need ya. Make we sing and chant together. For the youth them done the war, them a push it further.
No more war, rumors of war, Middle East, Central East, North East, wherever it's war. War when people.
Let's get together and all unite. Oh my,
Jenny love me, I deal with. Good reggae music me, I deal with. That's what me say the whole have to go Rasta,
Yeah, forever and ever. Jenny love ya, me sister.
Yeah.
Forever and ever.
Collins upon welcome, Wagwan. I know some people listen to me on YouTube and big up yourself, yeah. I know one lady I butcher him, Wagwan.
now go part. People do your things that make you a wicked thoughts. But from it wickedness without.
Uncle Fred, one love, wagwan, man. Yes, I be respect you, you know.
Oh God, we don't know who they are, and then they never earn. But tonight, no fuss and fight.
No boxing and fighting tonight, you know.
And all you
Lay down your arms. Leave Africa alone. Bambakalat.
forever. So Jenny love ya, me pray that, yeah, forever and ever. So Jenny love ya, me sister.
Yeah, we have to know, we have to know Colonial Master Kumabelan come mash up the place, Not a good thing, We have to talk about it. What are we going to do? We're just going to sit down.
Than the rest. Cause anything that you can do, I can do it better. Cause I'm the toughest.
What you put fire upon the Colonial Master?
That you,
Fire upon Babylon.
I can do it better. I am the toughest. Yes, I'm the roughest. I can do what you came to do, and you'll never try to do what I do. Cause I'm the roughest.
Me are the toughest.
Oh gosh, I can fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee.
Yeah, man, enough of them come claims them the general. They are the toughest, yeah, man.
Master your thing like
Rasta.
I'm the toughest. Oh gosh, I am the toughest.
Oh my goodness, 11:19 a.m.
Patronize on me.
Some few minutes we're gonna bring Yahuda on the screen and we're gonna talk about
Did never go to
should Africa go with a unitary one system government like Kwame Nkrumah proposed. Okay? And Ibrahim Traoré is trying to do the same thing. Gaddafi did the same thing. Just recently I heard the son of Dada Idi Amin. His son is all grown up and he's an old man now. And he was talking about the good things that the man did, and I never heard about it. I heard I heard that the Idi Amin was eating human flesh. That's what I heard when I was young. It was all over Africa, because the BBC or whatever, CC, they were all lying about it,
and
You don't hear the good things that people do,
What I say, cause I'm the master. I am the master.
So are we provoking the West or is the West provoking us? Right now, people are running to the East, going to Russia and North Korea. Why are they doing that? There must be a reason, right? I wish, they will come to the West and then, and then we'll have a fair deal, If you come to our continent, you don't loot the natural resources. We do a fair trade. You pay, just like they go to other countries and they do a fair trade with them. I think they should be doing the same with Africa, and Africa will love to do that, yeah?
I can do things cause I am a natural man. I don't want no drugs to ram up this session. Cause I was born as a ram dance man. I am the master.
Yeah, the youth of Africa are taking over,
So when
Youth, man, arise, Rise, Africa, rise.
I can do it better. I
Yeah,
am
the toughest.
Yes, I'm the toughest. Cause I can do what you can.
Yeah, man, I can do what you can do. You can do what I do.
Hot lava. Babylon can't convince Erna again, just say now come forward in the water.
Bon Sheila Bakala, fire upon Babylon, Rasta.
My Genesis down to Revelation, Babylon can't.
Take it fire, bon.
To a red hot lava, bring him and bring come them can't. Take it fire, bun. Me bun the Pope, me bun the Queen, me bun the House of Parliament, them can't. Take it fire, bun. Me yell the lightning and the thunder and go beat me bingy drum, them can't. Take it fire, bun. I sight them running from near and far. Fire in a truck, bus and fancy car. Babylon just can't take it at all. Rasta shoot them on the wall and rid that lava, bring him and bring.
Somebody tell me, what does the West want from Africa? What does the West want from Africa?
The wind and the rain, them can't. Take it fire, bun.
This is so, this all started from when these guys came in and they demarcated Africa and shared Africa like a pie to themselves. The Belgians, the Germans, the British, the French, the Portuguese, the whoever. I know Russia didn't do that, I know Russia didn't do that, but most of the Western countries, the European countries, they did that, and they still feel like we are their properties. The land belongs to them, and then the natural resources belongs to them. So they want to come in and take it, and then with no respect at all. I mean, is it fair? Babylon can't just take it at all, A day I come, yeah, man.
Take it fire burn. Say from Genesis straight to Revelation, Babylon can.
Take it fire burn. Yeah, man. Jalib. Onyanko Poti I say. Jalib Baluciano. Oh, children of Africa, Jalib. Only a fool here in my heart. Ja no there. The man liberty here in rule at I and I Tenwale. Rasta. I've heard some people in Africa say, let's pray. Maybe they will leave us alone. Well, prayers, I've seen Israelis. I mean, in Israel, they're using bombs and ammunitions. They're not sitting in the synagogues praying. They are fighting. Africa, you're going to just sit there, blow clot. African history starts from slavery. Is that true? No, brothers. Let's do our own research. Let's tell our own story, yeah? Where is the African BBC? Where is the African, or whatever, C? I call it ABC, African Broadcasting Corporation. Where is it? I searched on the internet the whole day. I couldn't find it. So who is telling our story for us? Tell me. The Europeans. And you think they're going to tell you the truth? Somebody who will give you visa to their country, they think they will show you a way to heaven? Bambakalat. Children, yeah. Rasta live. Yeah, man, Jalib, but prayers don't solve problems. Action solves problems. Yeah, man. Root cause, and corrective action. Yeah, man. True, tak me know so. Is dead. I Jaja Dread. Yeah, man. Most High. Phantom Moja. 4 more minutes and we are going to bring Yahoo on board. Yeah, man.
The Most High Jah
Deliver me
through my troubles and trials.
He comfort me. The Most High Jah
deliver me through my troubles and trials. He comfort me. Don't prepare a table in front of me in the presence of my enemy. Just anoint my head with oil. My cup
run it over. Yeah, man.
Nothing but the pressure where we bear. How we deal with the struggle out there. Uno corrupted thinking it no fear. Uno judgment is drawing near.
The Most High Jah.
No.
One strike. Me wiser than them, you know.
No.
Me more dangerous than them.
Wiser than them,
Conscious than them, you know. Me truthful than them.
Problem. Wiser than them, more truthful than them. Inspired, you can't condemn. Wiser than them, conscious than them. Can't put me in your bag of problem.
Wiser than them,
more truthful than them. You can't condemn. So we are godly youth. We not
not yet no friend. Cause the one real God panic.
Africa. No, South Africa. These days, Algeria and I think Tunisia, they claiming like, they talking like they're no part of Africa.
If you have to step up in our fame.
We can't understand. Rasta.
When they want to resist, see them drop down in our same.
Wiser than them.
Conscious than them.
Yeah, but me, I conscious than them are, yeah. Yeah, they come to rule and conquer.
Yo.
Rasta. 2-7 clash. Culture alongside Antonio B. What combination?
The beginning of the revelation of the prophecy of Marcus, Honorable Messiah Garvey. The world starts to see things that they have never seen before. Culture.
What a libam bamba eh.
Libam bamba eh.
The 2-7 clash.
Judgment, yo.
What a libam bamba eh.
Libam bamba.
When the 2-7 clash.
It rather on it dreader now.
My good old prophet Marcus Garvey.
Prophesy say.
When say, Father?
Beat goes on to 1 o'clock, maybe 2 o'clock, we don't know. Yeah, anytime I come here, me feel Larry, yeah. Me feel crisp, me feel good.
Nice. Only a house.
So come with us if you have some fun, yeah.
What a libam bamba eh.
Libam bamba.
When the 2-7 clash.
It's red. What a libam bamba eh.
Libam bamba.
When the 2
One more minute. Wait in vain. Kokoti alongside Kuti Ranks. Oh my goodness.
Girl, having me a wait so long. It seems like you not stand up as a true man, but this is me loving strong. She have to come along.
I don't wanna
wait in vain for your love.
Baby girl,
I don't wanna wait
in vain for your love.
Chano, you're my girl.
Yeah, after this music, Yahuda is gonna come and we're gonna talk about Africa. Are we gonna, design our own system of government? Or are we gonna follow like a puppet?
Yeah.
The time is now. Our four great grandfathers or forefathers or foremothers or whatever, they signed some stupid contracts. That generation is dead and gone. Right now we have the youth in power. They've been educated. They are smart. So are you gonna just sit there?
Pull me.
Cause I know I can do my thing. Don't talk to me if you think I'm dumb. I wanna know when you're gonna come.
All I know, she have to come with me. Wanna take her down to Paris,
Take her down to Rome.
take her to the beach, and from there to my home. Candlelight dinner for only 2.
Oh, 11:30, me have to play last music and we're gonna call it Boris Amori, Alpha Blonde. I remember in Kumasi we used to say Alpha Blonde Kaya. Yeah, man. Good old days, Samori. Samori. Yahuda, are you ready? Yeah, man. We have people at the beat. Pull up. Yeah, man. Yes, I am. Mr. Quintana. Yeah, man. Let me screw this up. Yeah. How you doing, brother? You look good.
Yeah, man. It's feeling all right. You have to hear me?
Yeah, I hear you, man. Yeah. Wait, yeah, man. Okay. Hey, right now, this generation of young people, I mean, I can tell they are wise. The words that are coming out of their mouth, the comments that they are making. It makes me blow the boy. I can see these people they've learned their history, and they want to understand their future. Okay, why can't we give them the chance? All right, these old men are in power in Africa, and they can gear us or steer us in the right direction. Some are sellouts, some are linking, merging and sharing ideas with colonial powers, so they can suppress Africa. We have everything. We have gold. We have diamond. We have the most beautiful women. So come on. The system of government in Africa is the problem. When Gaddafi was in power, his country was the best, one of the best on the planet. Okay, free education, everything free. All right, even if you marry, they give you a nice house. All right. Now, Ibrahim Traore, this guy came in. I've been to Burkina Faso before. It was like a desert. I mean, it's very poverty. They couldn't even buy meat to eat, but they have cows. They sold that livestock for money. There's some background in your thing. Yeah, there's some bad feedback there. I think some stereo or something. Yeah, you're getting some feedback there. It's gone now. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So yeah, it's a little bit there. I think there's a. Do you have a speaker or something close?
Yeah, I connected to speaker. People are listening on TikTok.
Okay, that's the problem. We have to position the speaker far from the mic, else you'll get feedback. Yeah, at times I get that here in the studio. Anyway, the problem is now Africa's history starts from slavery. Okay, now these young guys, okay, they've done their research. And they realize, we've been put on, some string, and we've been, the strings are being pulled, and then we're not going anywhere. Anytime anybody starts, springs from Africa, from the continent, and starts thinking about the continent, all of a sudden he becomes an enemy to the West. I don't understand. So should we still go with this democracy that we have? Ghana has democracy. I think Kenya, all these countries, most of African countries, they have democracy. And those are the poorest. And the poorest have the most abundant minerals. Does it make sense to you? And what should we do right now? Should we kind of, mold our own system of government so we can, they can fit us? We got to cut our quota according to our size. We are not Americans, we are not Europeans, we are Africans, we're not Chinese. Our culture is different. Okay, so should we stick with the slave master's idea or his curriculum, or should we tailor something to fit us? Today, you need to walk us through.
Okay, thank you very much, and I welcome everybody on this platform today for joining us on Conscious Vibe Radio and TV.
Yeah, man.
Shout out to all our listeners. Shout out to CSF Common Sense Family, Abraham Bimushe.
Yeah, man.
Let me give shout out.
Big up, Abraham.
One man.
Big up.
One my guy, DJ Fuat. Shout out to him. Shout out to COTV, all the stations who have been doing this. And finally, shout out to Conscious Vibe Radio.
Yeah,
today is another Saturday to vibe, to tell Africans it's time Africans must wake up and nothing can stop us. You see, Africa has seen the way. Africa, we have seen the way to success. We have seen the way to freedom. We have seen the way to justice. We have seen the way to success. But still our colonizers are still in our land. They don't want to allow us. You see, Africa, these colonizers, you know what they did to Africa? They turned Africa to be like a animal called monkey with a rope. So they have a rope
on the waist.
They lose in our waist. They lose the rope. When we go far in the sea, we are going, then they pull us back.
Yeah,
that's what they use religion and democracy.
Wow.
Democracy has been the rope. Religion has been the rope exactly to tight our waist, to tight African waist. So they don't want to free Africa. So anytime they see Africa is going nearer success, freedom, and solidarity, they say no.
Pull us back.
The people are going to success. Let's pull them back. Look at what they did to Congo, and look at Congo now. Look at what they did to Libya, and look at Libya now.
No.
You see, these colonizers, everything they did to Africa is like a syndrome. It's like a virus.
A cancer.
It's like atomic.
It's like cancer.
Atomic bomb. Virus.
Yep.
It's a syndrome. It's like atomic bomb. Everywhere it falls, that place will never be the same
again. Yep.
So when they send the bomb to Libya, look at Libya now. When they send the bomb to Congo, look at Congo now. And they want to do the same thing in Burkina Faso. And we say, no, we are not going to allow them because Africa, it is time we have to free ourselves. Let me tell you something. Nobody is coming to do nothing for Africa. If we don't stand.
Yep.
If we don't do it for ourselves, nobody is gonna come to do for us. And they know we can do it. That is why they don't want to allow us. You were saying, where is BBC? African Brewers BBBB.
Yeah, ABC, African Broadcasting Corporation. Where is it?
Where are they? African Broadcasting Corporation. Where are they? Where is ECOWAS? African Union. What are the importance and the advantages we have from them now? We thought they are for Africa, but we never knew they are for our colonial masters. We thought ECOWAS is for Africa. We thought OAU is for Africa. But now, what is happening has clearly shown that they are not for Africa. They are rather against Africa to support our colonizers. OAU, ECOWAS has been the carpet, has been the door to destroy Africa. Mr. Man, democracy, I repeat again. I think last week I said, I don't need to define my colonizers' democracy to Africa. I don't need to define what democracy is. Since that democracy is not helping Africa, we don't need this democracy because that democracy has been our main problem. The democracy has been the problem to Africa. While Africa, we cannot free ourselves from these colonizers. So, in turn time, Africa's black people, we don't need democracy. And we are going to revolute to do away that democracy, which has crippled Africa for years.
Let me ask you one question before you go there. Aren't you sure? I think I asked you the same question last week. Aren't you sure we Africans ain't using or practicing the democracy the right way? Because when you come to Europe, they practice the same democracy. America practice the same democracy. Why ain't that working for us? Maybe we're not doing it right. Am I right?
No. They know that democracy they gave to Africa is like presenting, how do you call it, pawpaw to, how do you call it, the monkey, instead of giving him banana. You see, they know democracy cannot help Africa. So even if that democracy is helping them, it won't help Africans. They know.
I got you.
It's like giving bone to the hen instead of the dog. They know the hen cannot do nothing with the bone. So they present the bone to the hen. They know with democracy, Africa cannot survive. Africa cannot get freedom. Africa cannot live. So that is why they gave us a democracy. And they are the dogs. So they have access to the bone. They can break their democracy.
That's very interesting.
So we don't need democracy. We need BRICS. We need African unity. And this is not the first time we are talking about the unity of Africa. You see, go do your research. Once upon a time, after the freedom of, how do you call it, Ghana and other countries, we were having Casablanca. They call it Casablanca.
Casablanca
is a union where they say, no, we need Africa as a continent. We need one government, one language, one currency, one, how do you call it, one army. And they say no, because they know when the Casablanca ideas works, Africa is going to free from them. And we are going to be on ourselves.
Yahuda.
And they say no.
Yahuda, if you say they, who are they? I'm trying to, who are they? Because, I mean, we're not going to Europe to tell them what to do. So who is telling us what to do? Who are they?
I'm talking about our colonizers. They say no.
Oh, okay.
Yes. They say we shouldn't form the Casablanca. We should rather form OAU, which is the OAU. They are going to pass through the OAU to control us.
Okay.
So we are not the first person to bring African unity. And Nkrumah started it. And Nkrumah said, Ghana gaining independence without Africa is nothing.
Meaningless.
So yes. So Nkrumah was not fighting for the liberty of Ghana. Nkrumah was fighting the unity, the freedom of Africa. And Nkrumah said freedom of Ghana without the whole world is nothing. One day I would like to share a guy to you. His name is Scarcross. He knew history about Nkrumah. He know more about Nkrumah. So I will settle the time for you, Scarcross. Then you go and you hear West. What about history and Kasa?
But let me tell you, there are some people that believe that we shouldn't go for African unity, but we need to start individually, developing our countries. Like somebody gave Ghana, for example, that we need to solve the problems in Ghana before we go to any other country. And that was the main reason why they got rid of Kwame Nkrumah, because they wanted him to concentrate on Ghana, just Ghana. The people in Ghana, if whoever instigated them to do the coup or whatever to get rid of Kwame Nkrumah, if they didn't accept, the feedback is still coming. Yeah.
Oh, but are you okay?
Yeah, it stopped now. Yeah, I don't know why. Anyway. Yeah, if they speak anytime you have a monitor or speaker close to your mic, you'll get that feedback. So anyway,
okay.
Yeah. So anyway, people are saying, why are we all supporting Burkina Faso? Why are we supporting Ibrahim? We should concentrate on our individual countries. What do you say to these people?
Why shouldn't we concentrate my Burkina Faso? Is he not an African?
He thinks that we should.
Is Burkina Faso not an African country?
Yeah, it is an African country, but he thinks we should concentrate on our individual countries and to prosper first, to make that our places better first before we talk to. And I don't know if that's a good idea.
Those people are enemy of Africa. Those people are enemy of Africa. They don't want Africa to be free, because they know when we support Captain Touare, we are supporting Africa.
Okay, I got you.
Yes. They know if we are supporting Captain Touare, that means we are calling for African unity. And they don't want us to unite. That is why they say we should concentrate on our country.
Interesting. Yeah, so, that's a good point. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. So, Mr. Man, let me start this way. Africa, solidarity and unity of Africa is what we need now.
Okay.
Solidarity and unity of Africa, that is what Africa needs now. There is nothing Africa can do to free ourselves from our colonizers, but to be united and be one people. Because when we come together with one mind, this is where we are going to decide whatever we will do for Africa to develop. But if we don't put together as one people, how can we choose one common language? How can we choose one government? How can we choose? So the only solution is to become one people. Mr. Man,
you're listening to conscious.
I denounce democracy. Every good citizens of black man, every good African man, every educated African man, every good African man who knows history about Africa knows democracy is not helping Africa. Yes.
Interesting.
If democracy will help Africa, Africa shouldn't be where we are now.
At all. We shouldn't. At all.
Democracy, which was given to us from our colonizers, will help Africa. Africa shouldn't be poor as we are now.
No, yeah.
Look at how Africa has sunk down in the name of democracy. Because that democracy is given to us by those who enslaved us. So it is like they give us a food. That food is a poison, and they always bring anti-poison for us. So anytime we still continue following democracy, that means we will still sink and sink and sink and sink. You see, these people, they term themselves to be somebody who put fire in your house and brought you water to quench the fire. You may think the person is a good person, not knowing the same person who set fire in your house.
Yeah, Yahuda, not to cut you, but I think, you see, right now I'm not fully for what you're saying. I think somebody like Kofi Kranting or Cheddar, those guys they are wearing suits, but they have this radical ideas that I think if we put them in power, they will make democracy work. That's what I think. But we haven't tried that yet. Why can't we try somebody like Kupi Kurante or Sheda to see if democracy works? Right now, we're saying in general that it doesn't work because we had some bad leaders. I think we haven't had a good leader. It's not the system, but it's the leaders. Am I right or am I wrong?
You see, that is why you and we are here to preach the people, to tell them what we are saying. Because sometimes there are revolutions, you don't need to pull gun, you don't need to pull knife, you don't need to pull nothing. Talk to the people brain. Keep talking to them. So what we are doing now, we are doing revolution. We are these are the people we need as president, as leaders.
Okay.
Because with those people, when they come with their ideas, they don't have the ideas of these colonizers. When they come, they are coming to change things.
Yes.
So preaching the people, telling them. I'm telling a guy, Ghana now is not for Ghanaians. Ghana now is for these two political parties. Either NDC or
MPP.
So Ghana now, every day when you open radio station, you will never see them talking about Ghana. If not NDC, MPP. But this is the time we have to preach the people and tell them, no, MPP and MPP came and met Ghana. So let's preach Ghana. Let's tell the people, our leaders are not helping us. So we need different people with good ideas. People who will come with the idea of revolution. People who come without the idea of democracy, which are the people you mentioned them. Ada Chada or Kofi Kurante.
Yep.
So we keep teaching, preaching, giving them the message. That's my point.
Yeah, I'm glad you agree with me because there's a missing link there. I mean, I don't think democracy actually, as a system doesn't work. Except we don't know how to practice it. Just like you give an example, if you give a bone to a chicken, the chicken cannot, you just have to train them or find the right person. Bring a tiger in to chew the bone. You see what I'm saying? And when you get corn, you bring the chicken in. So I side with you, and I think maybe we're not doing good to we're not practicing it as we should. That's why we're getting messed up. That's what I think.
Mr. Man, they know that democracy they brought to Africa will not help Africa. It's not like we are not practicing it well. They know it will help you. Anything your colonizer will give you will never help you. Because if your colonizer will give you a good thing, I don't think he will even first come and colonize you, come and slave you. Because he will make sure everything he will give it to you cannot make you rich, cannot make you free, so that you will keep being slave under him.
Yeah, talking about freedom. I've seen people, worshiping, kneeling before a white woman. There's a statue of a white woman, and people are kneeling before the statue, and then thinking they're being saved or something. But I think about those Africans or black. Oh, your this thing is not working at all. Yeah.
The sound there.
Yeah, you're getting feedback. It's not good. It's interrupting. Yeah. So if you, it's like going to a, it's like seeing Nsumankwa of Ghana.
Are you okay now?
I'm good. Perfect. Yeah. Now it's gone. Yeah, I don't know what it is, but okay. It's like seeing Nsumankwa of the Ashanti culture, bowing to St. Peter or St. Mary. I mean, what are you going to say? These are two different cultures. You see what I'm saying?
I will say is the religious and democratic syndrome. It's a disease.
So it's a twin disease.
A sickness.
Twin disease. Oh, wow.
How can you be bowing to your colonial mindset image?
You know, I just had a discussion with somebody last week, and it turned very, very uncomfortable, because I think we call
it brainwash. They brainwash us to see ourselves as enemy. I was doing some illustration this afternoon.
Yes,
they said they were electing Pope, and they saw a black smoke, and I was asking, who knows they were burning tie? they were burning tie. So if they burn tie for the black man, automatically it will come out with a black smoke. So we only saw smoke, we didn't see fire. And they said that black smoke stand for the black man, but the white smoke stand for the white man. This is brainwash. Wow. That means they tell you everything black is evil.
It's evil.
Everything black is no good. So they said two smoke came out, one white, one black. What was the fire under the black smoke? What was the fire under the white smoke?
The white smoke.
What of it was a black tie? They were burning tie. Because when you burn car tie, automatically it will come with black smoke. So these people, they deceive us.
But you see,
we don't need ourselves.
When they came to Africa, not to cut you, but when they came to Africa, if you read history, you see, this is the problem. We don't tell our story. You know, these guys keep telling our stories and they dilute it. Okay, what happened is when they came to Africa, they saw system of governments. Okay, not government, systems of government. Okay, there were systems, different tribes, different locations, and these guys were well organized. There were governments, there were armies. Okay, they knew all that, but yet still they don't talk about it, and we don't talk about it. So they tell us when they came, we were just wearing your chabo so. You know,
Mr.
Is that true?
Mr. Somebody came to your homeland, took over your mother, eliminated your mother, and created a story, history for you. Your mother is not there to tell you the history.
Yes. Yep.
So when they came to Africa, they created an education system where they teach us what they want. So I said, if you don't know who you are, somebody will make you who we want you to be. We don't know who we are because of them. So they have opportunity and ability to groom us to be who they want us to be. So when they came to Africa, history before slavery was cut off. Now they gave us history after slavery. They created an education system where they are the same people who teach us what they want. They created an education system which they will tell you when this is 2 o'clock, this is 3 o'clock, this is 5 o'clock. But before they came to Africa, my father, my ancestors, when we go to the farm, there is the bird. When the bird starts crying, cuckoo, 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 then my father will tell me now that means we have to leave.
Leave, yep.
But when they came to Africa, they said those things, we don't need them now.
And we use the sun.
7 o'clock. We used to look at shadow.
Yes, the sun. To tell time. Yep.
Then we tell this is the time.
I was able to do that when I was a boy. I can't remember when. I have no idea. Because I was able to tell time precisely with shadow. But I can't remember now. Because I learned it from my parents and my grandparents.
You're listening to Conscious Vibes.
So the only issue is we lost our identity. We lost our history. That is why they have every opportunity to control us. So Africa, we don't need democracy again. We need revolution. We have to live from mental slavery because they have been controlling us through religion and democracy, politics. So the democracy they gave to Africa, why is no BBC not talking about it? What is happening in Burkina Faso? Why is CNN is not reporting it? Why are they not talking about it if they are not the cause? Because they know if they leave these people, they are going to suffer. You were asking a question. Yeah. Why can't they leave Africa alone?
Exactly.
Because Africa is their farmyard. Africa, they get their food from Africa. So they can't leave Africa because when they leave Africa, they will die by hunger. They don't have nothing. Africa is their farmyard. Because when they enter Africa, they get their cocoa.
Yahuda.
When they enter Africa, they get their rubber. They enter Africa, they get their chocolate. They enter Africa, they get everything.
If I'm hungry,
so why do you want them to leave Africa?
If I'm hungry, I don't go to people's farm and just go pluck some food and come home and eat. I go buy or I go beg them if I can have something. I just don't go walk into their farm and go take what I want. All right? Somebody was going to unalive you. So why are they just walking in and taking whatever they want? That's
because they are wicked. Because they are evil. And they don't want to leave us. So I was telling the guy that as Satan colonized God, so the white man colonized the black man.
Satan colonized God.
Yes, really? Satan stood against God in heaven. The same thing white man stood against the black man.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah, Satan is bold. I mean, God of Almighty. I mean, this guy, he controls lightning and thunder. And this guy just stood there and said, hey, screw you. And nothing happened. He's right here living on earth and, you know, screwing up people according to their Bible. Anyway. Yeah, go ahead.
So we say, Africa, Mama Africa is crying for freedom. When you see Africa now, Africa is crying for freedom. Africa is crying for liberty. Africa is crying for unity. Africa say, no, we need unity. And follow who know road, not who can walk faster. Now we got Ibrahim, Captain Tuari, and he said this is the way, let's follow. Because Nkrumah started it and we say no. Gaddafi started it, we say no. Sankara started it, we say no. Idi Amin started it, we say no. Nelson Mandela started it, we say no. Lumumba started it, we say no. How do you call it? I forget this man. Plenty people started it, we say no. And now we say Captain Tuareg has started it. And do you know why in this era, the thing is a teacher, boom, because the old souls are reincarnating back. And they don't want to see what they saw. With this generation, those who saw how in Nkrumah time, those who saw Gaddafi time, those who were there when they came to Africa to enslave us, many of them has reincarnated. And we say, no, we cannot stay and watch what happened will repeat again. There are histories. We don't need to watch and stand to see that history repeating in Africa. We cannot see what happened to Nkrumah to repeat again.
Again, no.
So, Mr. Man, democracy to Africans has crippled the freedom and the liberty of black people, Africans.
But you see, you see, these people, not to cut you, these people, you know, that introduced the democracy that's not working for us, the same people are saying we don't know how to govern ourselves. So I heard one whitey say on YouTube that he's going to put his colonial hat on and come back to Africa because we can't govern ourselves. So they're coming back. You see, for somebody to sit somewhere in Europe and say these words, that's crazy. You know, so what are we doing? I mean, I think we look so dumb in their eyes. That's what's happening. That's why they're so scared of Ibrahim Traore, because Ibrahim and Gaddafi didn't go for that shit. All right, they stood up and they held their grounds, and they don't like that. Yeah.
After they finish you, they can tell you all sorts of nonsense because they know they have crippled you, they have locked you, they have brainwashed you. Now they will blame you that you are the problem. Yeah. They are the same people who gave you the education you are using. So he will tell you cannot take care of yourself. But that is not true. That is not true. Who tell you Africa cannot take care of itself?
Ibrahim at least at least Ibrahim's he has shown, I mean, perfectly 125% that we can do it. I mean, so leave us alone. And they don't want to.
He's doing it. Leave us alone. Ibrahim Traore is doing it. Leave us alone. We want to do it. I asked a question and still Mr. France Macron has not come with the answer. I was asking the president of France, he should give one reason why you don't want to leave Burkina Faso alone. Wow. Because they knew when they leave us alone, that will be their end. So we are preaching, telling black people, telling Africans, it's time we have to take every, responsibility of ourselves. We have every right to take care of ourselves. Let bygone be bygone. It's time we say no. We have to do something for ourselves and leave their democracy for them. Because after we tested their democracy, we see their democracy couldn't help Africa. So we need united of Africa, African unity, one state of Africa, United States of Africa. Africa should come together. Africa should unite.
Wow.
Then that will be the solution to lift Africa higher. So we to feel home, comfortable in our home. Look at how Africans are jumping from place to places because of our daily bread. I saw a video when black people were working on the desert to Libya.
Yep.
People are dying in seas. People are dying by walking on the desert because they want to leave Africa, which has rich land, and go to other country for their daily bread. Benin, you go to Benin. I think in Africa, Benin is the largest country producing cotton. But go to Benin and ask yourself, how many factories are there to produce cotton?
Wow.
They come to Africa for the raw material, send it to their country, finish it and bring it back. That is why they don't want to leave us alone. Because they know when they leave Africa alone, no cotton for them again.
So in other words, Africa has to stop them because they won't stop unless we stop them. That's what I'm hearing. Because if we don't stop, if Africa doesn't stop these people, they will keep coming. Ibrahim Traoré stopped them, and now he's an enemy.
And that is what Captain Traoré is doing.
I got you.
Stopping them. He said, no, we don't want you in our continent again.
No, I understand.
We don't want you in our country again. We want to take care of our own oil. We want to take care of our own cocoa. We want to take care of our own cotton. We want to take care of our own timber. We can do everything with it. So it's time, exactly when we come here, much of our message is not to the colonizers, but to black people, Africans. Yeah. Preaching Africans to know who they are. Preaching Africans to know what they can do. Preaching Africans where we started, where we are, and where we can go. With democracy, where are we? Without democracy, where can we reach? Because without democracy, we can live on our own, do everything by ourselves. The only message they keep telling African black people is, without them, we cannot do nothing. It's a lie.
That's what I'm hearing.
We can do something. That is what Ibrahim Traoré is doing.
Right now, he's manufacturing his own ammunitions. You know that, right?
Yes.
His armor cars and guns and ammunitions like calibers, like bullets. You know, he's manufacturing because they used to go to other African countries to borrow weapons to fight insurgency. So now he's using 30% of his gold reserves or gold revenue or whatever. 30% of it, is going to ammunitions, and he's doing great. Rather, he has drones and everything, and he's fighting the terrorists very, very, very. One-on-one right now. Just recently, they took care of about 500 terrorists and captured 150, and they were foreign nationals, French, Algerians. There were foreign mercenaries in there. I don't know if you read about it.
I saw the video.
And BBC is not talking about that. Or they
won't talk about it.
Well,
how do you want them to talk about it?
We should have ABC, African Broadcasting Corporation. If we don't have African, then we shouldn't complain. Because if we don't tell our story, people are going to tell it for us, and they're gonna lie about it. That's our problem.
We will do it. This is the process. We will do it. This is the process. So the only encouragement I have for Africans is if any Africa country thinks they are going to do away Ibrahim Traoré to turn Burkina Faso like Libya, to turn Burkina Faso like how do you call it, Congo, it's not going to work.
Okay.
This time, any plan against Africa is not going to work at all because our eyes, our brain has been opened.
Yep.
We have reincarnated, and we say, we are not going to stand and see what they did to our former leaders. They will do it to the current leaders by stopping us from developing and free ourselves from this mental slavery.
Right now, there are a lot of old men still in power in some of the countries in Africa. Okay, they don't have the vibes that these young guys have. The vibes that you have, they don't have that because these guys, they are old and they are they've been adapted to the colonial system, and they are comfortable with it, and they don't want it to go away because they are sucking the marrow from the bone, and they're living good. But these young guys are suffering, and now they got to understand it. They got a vice, but they wouldn't let them into power. They wouldn't let them into politics. 25 to 33-year-old guys should be going into politics. Those are the people that can change the systems in Africa, not these old men sitting there.
Yeah, that is why you will never see the France attacking, how do you call it, Cameroon, because that old man there is part of them.
It works for them, yeah.
You will never see them attacking Nigeria because that old man there is part of them. You will never see them going against Togo because that guy there is part of them. So there are African leaders who still stand as our colonial masters. That is why they don't go after them. Why Burkina Faso? Why Ibrahim Touare? Because Ibrahim Touare is standing for the freedom and the liberty, solidarity, and the unity of black people. And that is what our colonizers don't want to see, they don't want to hear. So anytime an African leader will stand for a good agenda to liberate Africa, to give Africa freedom, they have to come after him like the lion chasing the antelope in the bush. You see?
Yeah, that's tough. I mean, cause these guys, they got all the ammunitions, they got all the technology. And if they say they wouldn't let us, then we have a war. We have a long way to go, and we're just gonna sit there and then fight them with our bows and arrows, or what are we gonna do? I don't understand.
No, we are going to fight intellectual battling, and that is what we are doing, because when we preach the people to come back to their identity and know who they are and the power they have, we will come together. And when we come together, that will be the end. When Africa come together, no continent can stand Africa. Yeah. That is why they don't want us to be united. They know when we are one, when Africa, we become one people, they can't stand. So the only thing our colonizers are fighting is Africa unity. For Africa to be united, that is what they want. They don't want. Because once we were united, they came to Africa, divided Africa. And they put it in the Bible, Genesis chapter 11, verse 1. They will tell you once upon a time, there were a group of people who were building a house into the sky. And God said, he will never do, and God came down and scattered them. It wasn't God. It was black people building the pyramid. It was black people when we were having our one currency, our one government, our one language. When these people...
Oh, Yahuda, your line. Oh, Lord. Okay. Yahuda, check if you can hear me, check your Ghana, my friend, yeah, I think his whatever is okay. Yeah, let me play some music when he comes back. Yeah. Oh my God, Yahuda's line Ghana. Oh my God, Africa. We're still in the jungles.
All pirates.
Yes, the rabbi. Hey, sorry, people. Yahuda will be back in a minute.
Minutes after they took that.
He's just gonna turn a corner and come back, yeah?
That bottomless pit. But my hand was made.
Why? The question is why? Why wouldn't they leave us alone?
Hand of the Almighty.
Yeah, we can't overstand. Yahuda, are you good?
Yeah, me good. You have to hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Let's go.
The network fire burn the network, Babylon network.
So it's a Babylon system, yeah. Fire burn them. Yeah, go ahead.
Mister, that is the whole issue. Africa, we don't need democracy anymore. We tested democracy, we drank democracy, we ate democracy, and we say democracy is not feeding Africa. Because democracy was given to you by your colonial master, your colonizer, your oppressor. Your oppressor will never give you nothing to free you from him. So it's time Africa has to dump democracy. Let's bring revolution, come together and stand as one people to bring Africa one. So
that's interesting. That's very interesting because last time I watched the youth, they were having they were doing some demonstration, and they were having some demonstration, and when I looked in their eyes, there was fire burning. I could tell they were not just walking there and saying things for nothing.
Yeah,
they meant what they were saying. Yeah, they meant what
you see. Every Africa country, now we can see what was happening countries to countries, Kenya and this things.
Yeah.
You see, it was not small. And on I see 25th May, we will having the biggest one in Ghana here.
Oh,
so
really?
I'm inviting all Ghanaians, all Africans, so that we all come together and tell the world is enough is enough. Africa to come together. Simple as ABC. What are they collecting from Africa? Why can't they leave Africa alone? What are they collecting from us? What has we done wrong? After you came to Africa, assassinated our ancestors. After you came to Africa and enslaved our ancestors, why can't they leave Africa alone for Africa to be free? Always be that thing for Africa. You see, they have turned evil and devil to Africa because since we met them, Africa has sink, and we are dying. And then we met them, we lost our identity, we lost our culture, we lost our tradition, we lost everything good which is for Africa. And now we say enough is enough, and you say no. My friend, go ahead.
You see, what I see is, and what I think is just greediness. I think we are all one people, black, red, white, green, yellow, whatever, African, American, European. I think we are one people. You know, we are all from nature. Okay, it's just some people are very greedy and selfish. Okay, Jamaican can say creed, them a creed, you know. So it's out of greediness that makes them do this kind of stuff. I mean, to come to some people and capture them as slaves and go use them to enrich yourself, all right, and then later come back to their origin, their country, and then take over their natural resources. You don't want to pay. I mean, if somebody had come to your home, you know, in Europe and done that to you, I mean, you probably wouldn't have liked that, you know. So I think they should start, you know, some good talks with Africa, the African countries. They should sit down and start talking to them and be trade partners. You know, let Africans control their destiny, let them control their natural resources, and then there should be a trade. I think that's what's going to make this world a better place to live. You know, they can't just come in and, you know, take things and, you know, overthrow governments and that, you know, because someday Africa is going to be a mighty, very mighty continent. And things are not going to go well, you know.
Let me ask you a question before you continue. If you say they should do contracts so that Africa we will be trading together.
Yes,
can you tell me what they can give to Africa? What are they giving to Africa?
Well,
what are they giving to us?
I have no idea, but I mean, they must have something. I mean, they are Europe.
You cannot have any idea because when it comes to education, they came and took education from Africa. When it comes to engineering,
maybe they took from Africa. They can give it back to us, right?
They are using now, they took it from Africa. So when we say we need to trade with them, what are they having for us? They don't have nothing, and they know.
No. Right now, you see, all the education, all the system, all the, you know, the technology that they took from Africa, they kept it. All right, now we have to come. I came up here to go to school to be a smart guy. All right, there are universities in Ghana, but they don't do shit. Okay, there are universities in Africa now. Before, they used to come to our universities in Africa. You know, those young guys that don't know, I'm telling you, you know, the best university was in Africa. You know, these guys came and learned mathematics and they learned astrology and all that stuff. All right, they took it and then they destroyed everything. You know, and they kept it here with them. All right, so we can do a trade. You know, when Ibrahim Traoré went to Russia, that was one main thing he talked about. He said he didn't come there to beg, but he want them to come in and train them with technology, okay, so they can be on the edge too, sharp, all right? So we can do that trade. Is that bad?
Mr. Man.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you know, if we take off their education system from our schools, we can create Africa education system to rise everything we want. Let's do away with the education system.
I believe that.
The type of education system they gave to us is not helping because the science in Europe is not the same science in Africa.
Yeah, I understand that. That's what I'm saying.
In Europe,
okay, that's what I'm saying.
It's not the same thing in Africa.
That's what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that's why Ibrahim went to Russia. That's the same thing he told Russia. He says, let's trade with technology. Come teach us. I think that's what we need to do. Okay? They have to teach us all the things that they kept in secrecy. All right, the technology, they have to come in and teach us, and then we'll give them gold, we'll give them diamond. All right? And that's it, right?
Somebody is answering here. You said they are not ready. They are not ready. These people are not ready.
Oh, okay.
If they were to be ready, they won't even, in the first place, they won't come here and pick the education here and send it back.
Send it to there, okay.
The people are ready to, they want to finish you.
Okay, that's the problem.
That is why with that education, he will bring the rubber to you, drink from the rubber, die, and he will be drinking from the wood for you to die so that you come and take the assassino there to Galamsey.
Did you bring more of that to show before you go, before the end of the show?
I am 73 penny back.
Yeah, there's another one, the coconut one. Where is it?
I know Asa.
Oh, okay. Tell people about it. I mean, this is good. And
you ship
it everywhere, right? We ship it abroad. You ship it to America, ship it to Europe too, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is natural bambuka. This is what Africans we need naturally. This one doesn't carry any chemicals. You drink with this. You will never see the Chinese man drinking from the plastic. He will bring the plastic to you, drink from the bamboo, use the tree to eat.
Chopsticks.
Chopping stick. You see, but in Africa, we will be eating with forks and spoon. Then, excuse my language, we die at the age with cancer. So it's time we have to use our own. It's a natural bamboo calf. So after I'll put it there. If you need it, my number is there. Just vibe the number and get yours. It will help you naturally, organically. It will help you. It will give you healthy. Long growth. And with my research, Indians and how do you call it? Chinese, they grow.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
Research, they eat from tree and the soil. So it's time Africa we have to come up on our own.
And you make these, right? You don't buy them somewhere. You make them.
I make them. No, I don't buy them from anywhere. I just go and buy the bamboo, carry the bamboo on my head. I bring it to the house. I cut it. After cutting it, I smooth it and I go.
Good.
This one, I don't buy it from anywhere. I just make it. I make it.
Nice.
And we make more.
Good
we
job.
made the smaller one, the bigger one. This is the medium one.
Nice.
This one goes with 25 CD. We have the 35 CD and the 15 CD. This one is 25 CD. If you need one, you gotta get my number.
And it's a fufu bed when you pour palm wine.
Palm wine from 2 palm 3 up to palm 10,000. Everything.
And pito too. Pito.
Asana and Odu. All. So, Mr. Man, a guy was trying to answer my question. He said they are not ready to teach us. If they are ready to teach us, they would have give us education when after school we can do such a thing. They should have given us education when after school we can use our gold. They should have given us education when after school we can use our natural resources for finishing goods. So they are not ready to teach. That is why we don't need their education anymore. We don't need education where my child will go to school and they'll be asking my child, how many was Abraham before he was circumcised? Not such an education. That's the education we have in school. An education they'll be asking you, name the pig part, name the events and cricket part, name interference part, name akoko part. You see, but you go to their country, they take their children to school, teach them practicals, holding spanners, then how do you call it, tools. So they are not ready. So we don't need the education in school. So, Mr. Man, do you know something? See, when I was in class 2, the type of education they gave to my father, they gave the same education to me.
Wow.
They gave the same education to my son. They gave the same education to my grandson. So, I will end up like my father. My son will end up like me. My grandson will end up like my son. Until we change the education curriculum. Education where after schooling, we can use our brain and our hands. Go to Captain Tuare. Go to Burkina Faso. They are now assembling phones. Phones.
Even cars. They assemble cars. They manufacture cars. Yeah, they manufacture.
This is what we need.
So it's true. We can do it. We don't even need them to come and teach.
Yes.
We'll learn from Chinese.
We need how to make the machine that make the car. This one we need it. This what we have to start. Forget about this assembling and this. We need a machine. The machine that they made. This is tractor. We need a machine. That made us. We have to model it ourselves.
Simple.
We don't know part from them. We have to start from scratch. We have to forget about them. We have to start from like the way you are doing. Somebody taught you yourself don't have to.
Yeah. No.
Like, if you are supplying
materials.
We don't need the material. We don't need machine. We have to start from the scratch.
Yeah, Mr. Yao, I'm not stopping you. You said something here to confirm me. You see, with this cap, I can do it. But there are some machines I can do it very faster and good. Now let me ask you, if I need the machine, where am I going to buy the machine from? I'll buy from them. Why can't we produce it here?
So that we don't rely on them. That's what they are set up. So the machine, we don't need to go and buy it. It will do anyhow.
Yeah, he's. Let me talk.
China before China, you brought down go
Okay, that's over.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let me tell you, this guy is making perfect sense. What he's saying is perfect. All right. The thing is, just right now, you pick up the cup and you said you want something. You need a machine to make. Where you're gonna buy the machine? China didn't do that. China put people together. We're in engineering. We have designers. Okay, designers. They will design the thing and then make it look good. Like design that cup and then material. Some people are material engineers. They will actually select what kind of material will suit that product. If it's going to be used in the sun, it's going to be used in space. Airplane. That's why airplane flies up there and it doesn't fall down. Because if you put any other stupid material on it, it's going to corrode out there and it's going to drop. It's going to crash. So the conditions that the product is going to be using will call for the right material. So we have material specialists, we have a designer, we have a manufacturer. Okay, manufacturing engineer. That manufacturing engineer is the person that's going to put all these together using the material, and then we have some machines called CNC machines, and then molding machines. You see, I know how to design for plastic mold, and I know how to design for metal injection molding. Okay, and I know how to design stuff. But yeah, there are people that does the selection of material, the kind of material. But at times I have to go on the internet or I have to consult my engineering books and select the material due to where or with respect to where the product is going to be used. Okay, so at times you have to determine if you're going to use CNC to cut it or you're going to use a molding machine to press it. Or you're gonna. There's a lot of different types of manufacturing, but I'm not a manufacturing engineer, but so I can tell you. But I know a few. All right. So you bring these people together, all right, and then you create an engineering team, okay, and it comes from. You have to start from the scratch. You don't just go and look for the machine. But we don't think like that. That's our problem in Africa. Okay, we don't. We think we can purchase that machine from somewhere. China, they first, when they came to America, they didn't even come to America. They imported one John Deere's tractor, took it to China, tore it apart, okay? And then studied it and started making tractors themselves. So they started manufacturing mechanized farming, using those kind of stuff. So they learn from the Americans, okay? What are we learning down there in Ghana? I call the faculty of engineering in Kumasi, science and technology. There's nothing there. They design.
There's nothing there.
They manufactured.
The only thing they have is telling you fufu give cancer.
Yeah, they manufactured a golf cart, and I mean these guys were happy that they manufactured. They put together. I don't know if they manufactured the components, but they put together a golf cart. And there's somebody, I don't want to mention their name, who is popular in Ghana, went there and then cut the ribbon. I was like, you guys are dumb. I mean, where are the tractors? Why don't you manufacture a tractor? Why don't you design a tractor? Combine harvester. Why don't you do that? A golf cart, and you are happy. You see, so we are not thinking. We are not really not thinking and trying to get to the core of the problem. Root cause analysis. We're not doing that. What is making? We are not setting up. Kofi Krante is very good with that. Very good at that. Cheddar is those two people are very, especially Kofi Krante, very powerful. But we don't want to see their faces. We want NDC. Mahama, I mean, God bless his soul. He's a good president. What's the other guy? The free. So what's his name? NPP. Nanado. I mean, what? Come on. You know. So with these people in power, you're not gonna go anywhere. You're not gonna. That's why I keep saying we're not practicing this in democracy the way it's supposed to be practiced. That's what I think. If you put the right people in there, I think we're gonna do all right. All right. So invite Kofi Quarantine back, invite Cheddar back, and let them come take over. Okay. And I think things will be all right. This guy in I think Senegal or Kenya. Senegal. There's a young guy in Senegal. Are you guys busy there, or I mean, are you busy there, or you okay? Okay. This guy, this young president in Senegal, I think the guy that came, young, nice, cute guy. I think it's Senegal, if I'm right.
Yeah.
You see what he started doing, something like what Ibrahim Traoré is doing. You don't have to wear. You don't have to have a military uniform. On. I'm not saying Ibrahim is wrong. I'm not saying Ibrahim is wrong. That suits Burkina Faso. That's what they need there. Okay, in Ghana, we need somebody with critical thinking like Kofi Quarantine and Cheddar. These guys, they can do nothing. All right.
Critical thinking. That's simple. People who doesn't think democratic issues. People who has agenda and good critical.
Tompiwale says we can't think because of religion, because we think we are going to.
It is part of our downfall. Because we're not critical thinking, because religion will tell you we don't need this land. We don't need assassin here. And so now, so we don't have the ability of reasoning to make this earth our own.
Somebody like Kantanka. So look at Kantanka. Doesn't he surprise you? Kantanka. He's doing what Burkina Faso is doing right now. He did that long ago. He was manufacturing cars. All right? He did that long time, Kantanka. He did that long time ago in Ghana before Ibrahim Traoré came in. But we don't even recognize him in Ghana. So I mean the brain is somewhere else. And the reality is somewhere else. We don't see it, and that's why we are lag behind. And I don't think it's going to take 2 years or 3 years unless we have somebody radical like Ibrahim Traoré to step in. If we think we're going to go democracy, it's going to take a long time. Trust me, because we need somebody with critical thinking like Kofi Quarantine or Cheddar to come in power, or the Senegal president. I think it's Senegal.
That's Senegal president.
Yeah, some people like that. If you bring them in power, Africa is going to change. It doesn't have to be military, but it's going to change. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. Yeah.
And the people are not ready to change them, because these democratic leaders always feed them, pump them money, make them feel comfortable. So they don't give chance, because they know when they give chance, they are off. Because if that is not the case, I don't know why Ghanaians will take power from MPP and give power to NDC.
And then give it to back.
Yes, they sold Ghana to NDC and MPP because we are not ready to think critically. We are not ready to redeem the country.
So
there are people who are for the good of the continent, but they don't have power and opportunity. When they see them coming there, they do everything to cut them off. And all is part of the democracy we are talking about, because that democracy has linked in branches. Branches do this, they do everything to limit us down, everything to calm us, so that they will keep controlling us.
Even in religion, they put some in religion, because imagine Saudi Arabia coming to Burkina Faso offering 200 mosques. I mean, come on.
200 mosques.
Come on, please.
To keep the people in the mosque. Instead of building factories and companies and hospitals and good schools, you are coming to build mosques.
When the Catholic came to Africa, I was a little boy when they started coming there. They built schools and churches and schools and churches and when you go to their schools, you will learn their system. You know how to.
Let me read somebody's somebody's comment here.
Nice.
I got this power. He said, if the enemy can't control your leaders, then they come with military forces. You see, it's true. When they see they can't control the leaders, then they go for military forces. They do everything to smash you down. I don't know why they will even have an American military base in Ghana. Why we don't have Ghana military base in America?
You see, one thing about America, when American comes in, I mean, I get a little, uncomfortable because Americans, they like to have interest, okay, around the world, okay. They don't, Americans, they don't. You have to understand their system. They want you to be their friend, so they can trade with you, okay. And in times of war or in times of chaos, they need a place to store ammunition and stuff, like the Second World War. They had bases. Right now, they have bases everywhere. So in case there's a problem, and that's their interest. I'm not for war. I don't want people to go to war. I mean, our ammunition should be melted down to make something else. But there's always the evil one that will attack you when you are not just looking on. So they got to be careful. But the problem is, we ourselves don't even know what we want. We, the African continent, we don't know what we want. Now the youth, the youth are coming out, and they're coming out with vengeance and with fire in their eyes, and they are requesting all good stuff. Ibrahim is 37 years old. It could be my son, okay?
Now soon, very soon, they will turn their eye to that Senegal young guy.
Oh yeah.
They'll turn their eyes there. If they can't control him, you see they'll be starting doing what they are doing to Captain Tuare to him.
They do that.
I don't even know where this we cannot hear from this man, Paul Kagame.
Kagame, yeah.
He used to stand up, but now we don't know where he's hiding now, Paul Kagame.
He's in the middle right here, like, he's...
We don't know where he's standing now.
I listened to him this morning.
Africa must rise.
Yeah, I listened to him this morning, and he's for Africa, but I don't know if he's for the unification of Africa, if he's for everybody else. I think he's trying to make his country great in Africa, but not thinking about anywhere else. That's how I see him. So he's here.
Okay, I think some people want to share idea on the TikTok.
Go ahead. Yeah, let's talk to them.
Okay. Boras, do you have something to say, Boras? I think somebody want to share idea. Boras. Yawasiama. Yaw.
Yeah.
Do you have something to share again? Go ahead.
Talking about Kagame. Kagame said something, He was saying they should leave the boy alone. He was talking.
Yeah.
But I know these people don't publish it. This medias and this. They try to shout anything, which is good. You see it. If you see anything that Glory do is good, they don't publish it. You don't see in BBC, you don't see in CNN. You see, they don't talk about it. That is something good in this country. You see, but let me tell you, my brother. I think we are talking. We don't need no Bible. Now, what we are talking, we don't need no American. They have to go. We don't need these people. We can start from scratch. If we don't start from scratch, because from years we have tried with the education, it didn't work.
Yes.
Maybe before they go, you make democracy. 1960, before women are allowed to vote in America. Do you know it? 1960s, before they allow women. Because women are not allowed. This is where human rights came and this thing. They fight for women. So when they build finish before they bring democracy. You see? What I'm saying is, that democracy will not work. They know how difficult it is. Even me, I'm living in Europe. Every day they cut corruption. They know how difficult it is. That's why they brought this to us. And then they do it before they do democracy. Before was not democracy. You understand? They built everything finished before they brought democracy. And today, even they have a problem with the democracy. So when they brought it to us, so our leaders, you cannot blame them. It's because they have lived upon this thing and they are enjoying their self-interest,
So Mr. Yao, we should understand that the democracy they brought to Africa is not going to help Africa.
No. And education and your religion.
Okay.
When you do your police, somebody who come and make your ancestors sleep, how can you say it will bring anything to you?
Okay.
Even the system you have in the world, the IMF, the system they are putting, the legal leaders cannot never fight. You have to look for different things apart from our leaders. Before they can try to talk about it. They say this is there. That don't know much about it. And we are African. They cannot take it.
Okay. Thank you, Afaya. Let's speak. God is power. God is power. Can you hear from me? God is power.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, you are welcome.
Thank you, sir.
You were saying we don't need democracy. Can you? People are listening from Conscious Vibe Radio and TV. This is a program we have been doing every Saturday, 3 o'clock Ghana time. And today you have the opportunity to share idea on Conscious Vibe Radio and TV. You can follow other on social, how do you call it? YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Telegram, finally Facebook. You were saying democracy to Africans is not good. Any explanation? Can you go deeper, small, please?
Yes, because if you look at the whole scenario, the whole thing about democracy, I think that the way they let us understand that is good, we all do it, is never true, because we have been practicing this democracy for years. What is the progress? What has the democracy,
we don't see any good results.
We gain from it, the results from democracy can let's sit down and calculate. Let's sit down and see it ourselves. Not only in Ghana, all over Africa continent. Let's see it. Let's sit down and judge.
You're listening to
the results out from that. We always, see from this democracy thing that we have practiced. Let's judge it ourselves. It's not helping us. And one thing that I always base on this is that even if it's true that this democracy is good, why is it that the same democracy is making us poor? And right now, if you come to Ghana, what we are doing right now is blaming ourselves. When you check the whole African continent, when you go outside Ghana, we are blaming all the blacks ourselves that it is us that we are not correct, we are this, we are that, we are not. It's never true. Democracy will never help us. Because democracy will help us like Ghana, that we are always, preaching democracy, doing all sorts of things. Right now, Ghana has been better than Africa, even South Africa. I look at us now.
Yeah.
Democracy is not good. And my second point.
Okay. Let there be free over. There is a sound behind.
It's humble boy.
Homeboy.
My brother, where we are right now, we cannot run away from the truth. We can talk and talk, but the truth is always truth. My brother, where we are now, Africa, Ghana, need a strong army. Need to strengthen our army. We need to get the things that the enemy has that we don't have. That is why they always put pressure. They always make sure that any move, that is what is keeping some of the leaders in a certain position that they are afraid. Let me tell you this point, Black. If we get president, I support Nana Kwambedia 100%. But what I want from him is that right now the enemy, if he tried you in democratic way that he brought to you to make sure your people remain poor, and you try to stop them, he will come after you. They won't come straight. They will use the strategy that they are using in Burkina Faso. It's not the first time they are using this strategy. I've been using it so many years. They supply everything to the tourists. Then you will see tourists attacking Ghana. Then they will be creating a lot of problems. Then Ghanaian people, they will be, we don't need this. We don't. Then a lot of the citizens will be panicked that this thing is coming to us. So we will be forced to go back to them. Meanwhile, they are the main people that they are creating for those around us. So if you get a president, and the president is not bold enough, the president, if the president is strengthening the military,
like Captain Tuari.
Yes, like Captain Tuari doing, because right now, I will be very happy if Nana Kwambedia will come very fast. He must be alliance with the other superpowers, because Africa, before we
you will be free. I'm telling you point blank, my brother. If we are hoping that we will get a leader like the way we elected Dramani Mahama and we'll be doing this and that, it's never true.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Telling you, thank you. The Senegal guy, very soon, if the guy get to a certain level that they don't want him to get, they'll start attacking him.
Yep.
Thank you very much. So we need a bold leader who will make sure that when he becomes president, first he'll be alliance with the other superpowers, get a lot of ambitions and the measure, the thing that will strengthen. God is power. God is power. I think your time is up. Let me pick Homeboy so that we close. I think the original host is there.
Bring one person here.
Homeboy, mute una casa kakra misreo me mane nye tintin. Short one. When the mapa host to the chauna, ma pick him.
Yeah, that's fine. Let them talk. Yeah, that's fine.
Yo, Yosi.
Yeah, Homeboy.
My problem is we the youth. We the youth, we the African youth have to come together and clear the old ones away.
Yes.
Because the white men are using the old men as our leader. Our leaders and doing all this. I mean, emulate our nations or our African continent. Because the whites are using us. The whites are using us through our leaders. So what we have to do is the youth actually, we have to come together and clear them off. We don't need democracy. Democracy cannot help us.
So we should push away these old men and bring different revolution and unite Africa together, right? I'm sending a line article. Thank you very much.
He made a very good point. He made a very good point. Wow. Go ahead.
So, Mr. Man, continue. Let's go. Let me prepare myself.
Yeah. These guys made. I'm glad you brought these people in. They made a point, and that was my point. Okay, we need a very solid defense, which is the military. All right, and this last guy, he made a point. He said, if we have what they have, they will be scared of us. We don't have what they have, so we have to run to the same people for security, and they are the same people choking us. All right, so. That's why Ibrahim Traore is using 30% of his gold revenue. He's sending that into munitions and defense. All right. He very soon. I think they will be manufacturing a lot of stuff rather than manufacturing a lot of defense stuff. But I don't know if they gotten into the air defense stuff yet. I'm in the aerospace. So it would be nice if they can get in there and make their own drones or their jet fighters and all that. And that's all technology we learn, So you just have to, just like the guy said, you have to side with one superpower, either the West or the East. In this Ibrahim's case, he went to Russia. Which I wish he had come to America, but he went to Russia. And they're gonna help him with technology. To have some good defense for himself, but he can buy everything he wants. He has the money. I mean, he's got the money. I mean, China will sell it to you. Russia will sell it to you. I mean, America will sell it to you. So I mean, the two guys made some very good points. And I'm with them. Yeah. And like I said, if we get somebody with the right idea, like Kofi Krante or Cheddar, democracy will work. All right. But the main thing is we have to go to one system of government, one system or party system of government, just like China or Russia. Because when these colonial masters came in, we didn't have Kabima Minkabi, we didn't have NDC, MPP. No, it wasn't there. There were kings and queens. We had our armies. We had everything was perfect. These guys said, no, we got to divide these people, else we can never conquer them. Because they knew that is the only way to still control us, to divide them. Yeah. So because when we separate them and divide them, we can still control them. Exactly. Because when they unite, they will have power over us. But when they are scattered, they cannot do nothing. We were powerful. Trust me, we were very powerful. I mean, some metals that we were forming, we were creating. They had no idea. They came and they saw some metals. They show pictures of us, using bows and arrows, but it's okay. But we were molding metals. I mean, look at some of the Yoruba sculptures. I mean, it's meant.
Their scouts,
Yes.
their mask.
It's meant. And look at the ages, the times that they used to do that.
Those days, look at almost 5,000, 3,000 years.
So
and
if somebody
can do this.
Yeah, so if somebody from Europe is telling you that your forefathers didn't wearing shit before slavery came, they're lying. They're shitting with you, yeah. Yeah, they're shitting with you.
They're lying to you. I think our time is gone, right?
It's 12:47. We got 13 more minutes here. If you got some people that can chip in, that would be awesome. Or if you can continue, yeah.
Okay, Boras. I think some people want to. Yeah. Some people want to join to
pick one or two guys and then let's go.
Okay.
Yeah, bro.
Do you want to chip in the conversation?
Yeah.
Okay, now go ahead. You are on Conscious Vibe Radio and TV,
yeah, man.
America. So go ahead. Let's hear from you.
Oh, okay. I mean, I was the other guy was saying about something about the school system. You see, the problem in the school system is not like the entire school is not good, but how the system is working. That's what we have problem with it, because you cannot go and finish this science in school and then whatever, you come home and still be selling pure water.
Yeah, good point.
We have Kantanka, we have so many distinct. And if like for instance, I work in the let me say the construction site where I finish the school, I have to go under construction and go and improve my skills. You understand? But I'll finish, then I'll come home and I will not be having work and there's nothing to do on my business.
Too bad.
You see?
Yep.
So the school system, the school is good, but the system, how they arrange for us, that's what is not enough. So for me, I think maybe they should upgrade it and they should remove some things inside. Some policies are bullshit.
More amendments.
More amendment, yep.
So I think they have to check it well, then we arrange it well. And our biggest problem too is the religion. The religion
it's a problem.
We pass some to the religion side, we pass some to our education side. So if we are able to remove all these things, then I think Africa is going to be great.
Okay. But thank you very much.
The president himself of the country, wants to build a cathedral. So how are you gonna remove a religion from the people's life? I mean,
I won't touch them. Can you hear from us?
Yeah.
And you want to share an idea on Conscious Vibe Radio and TV? It's a worldwide listen, so please. So do we need democracy for Africa to be free? Can democracy help Africa?
Democracy.
Yes.
Democracy and religion is the downfall of African mentality. Simple.
Democracy and what?
And awesome.
Religion.
And I don't know before.
Listening to Conscious Vibe.
And then I say,
so if I will understand you, Africans, we don't need democracy to survive, right?
We don't need democracy to survive. Democracy can democracy.
Ask him how old is he? How old is he?
I will tell him the ones to listen in this house. Say, how old are you?
For 40 years.
40.
Okay. Good. Very good. Yeah.
Okay, very good. Go ahead.
For 40. Abrofono. O ma take shot in na a woman be American, you go meeting, money European meeting. O say, when you me faso, ama be before. Yes, yeah. I don't call ye.
Yeah, come.
Ask him to try to speak as pidgin English. Okay. There's a lot of.
I want that. Can't do it pidgin. Yeah, pidgin. My African countries, This radio station is an African program.
Yes, we got Jamaicans here, we got Islanders here, so speak some pidgin English.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay.
Okay, my English is not so.
That's fine.
So
That's fine. Yeah, go ahead.
No. These white people never think that white man loves black man. That's what I want to tell people. And they have so many ways to change our mentality to become fools always. One is religion, Christianity and Muslims. When you become a full Christianity, you can't think for yourself. You can't think for yourself. So Europeans and Americans, they had a meeting. I think that was about last 2 weeks ago. That's secret information meeting, but this way, everything that you were doing, what they it will come out.
Skeptic, I'll be happy if I can have you for 2 minutes. Skeptic, the skeptic, please.
They said they have so many ways to plan. They have so many plans to against Africans so that we can remain poor. One is religion. They will force us to read the Bible so that we cannot think for ourselves, the Bible and the Quran, so that we cannot think for ourselves, so that they can take that opportunity. When we become more fools, they will take that opportunity to benefit
from our foolishness.
Very good. And second is democracy. They will force all the African countries to enter into democracy. They say when the country is more democracy, they are going to be more corrupt.
Wow.
The more democratic, the more corruption, because it is the democracy which give them way to rob.
Yep. Wow.
That's it. Because their own system, they did democracy so many years before they accept it. And our own is not like that. When they come to Africa, they force us direct, accept democracy. Ibrahim Traore, accept democracy. What is democracy? We don't understand it, and we accept it.
Okay.
And then the next one they are going to do is, if they didn't succeed on that way, what they are going to do is they are going to put the youth on the streets, and they are going to pay them money. For us, they will give them missiles, they will give them peso, they will give them a gun, so that like terrorists.
Yep.
They will get a group so that we are going to kill ourselves. And the more we are killing ourselves, then the population of the youth are going to reduce. So if you see last week, you have seen what happened to Burkina.
Yeah.
How many people killed Burkina?
I think it was 200 soldiers.
Yes. So that's their plan, so that they are reducing the population of Africa. And when the population, they lose the population of Africa, they can have control over it.
Thank you, Awunsasem.
They have so many plans. Bible. I am not telling anybody that there's no God. I believe in God, but the way we Africans, they are serving God, we have made a mistake.
Yep.
Okay. Awunsasem. Where do you mean? Chawa nonka. Yambrana so mobin twaso na yamfa bibian kwa yambrana yambrenti. Where do you mean? Chawa no why? Next week, same time.
Thank you very much.
Next week, same time.
Yep.
Anytime they are Conscious Vibe Radio and TV. Very soon. Yebenya bi Ghana ha every next month people na ebe bi wo ha ebe invite mu nyina wo so no obi a kire na adwen aha nti yeda ase pa. Thank you very much.
Yeah, that was nice.
Skeptic, awesome. Give us your last listing so that Mr. Reggae, and that I'm sorry to do that.
No, I like that. I really like that. Yeah, I mean when people put inputs in that, it kind of it boosts that. I like listening to other people. Yeah, let's go.
Okay. Okay, Skeptic. Skeptic is gone.
Oh. You see,
this guy was the one who stood for Nana Kwame Bediako in the whole Kumasi. The whole Kumasi. He even invited me. I follow him to villages, So I wanted him to come.
Yeah.
He is a critical and logical thinker.
I would have loved
and we
to-
call him
Yeah,
a skeptic.
I would have loved to
But
hear
I
from
think
him. I would have loved to
the
hear from him.
network, the network couldn't help.
That's fine.
So, Mr. Man,
The last guy
I think-
made some good points. Okay, he made some
Yeah.
very good points. With religion, it's a problem. I recently talked to a friend, and I was trying to convince the friend that right now the youth in Africa are waking up. And when you go somewhere and you see an angel with a spear, and that angel is stepping on a black man, and they're giving the black man some abebe, some horns, and he's a black man, and they call him evil. He's the devil, and it's a white Saint Michael. Now these youth that read all these stories found out they are hoax. It doesn't make sense. So they made their own statue. Okay, so they put a convoy. It's not even a convoy, but a convoy. And then that convoy was standing on Angel Michael, and then she put her leg on Angel, and my friend got mad because.
So let me decode that thing. That Revelation 12, they say Michael was standing on Satan, that calendar. It wasn't war in heaven. It was black and white war. It was black and white war. So after they defeated us, they choose to be Angel Michael. We choose to be the Satan.
The devil.
So they said on us. No war started in heaven. There wasn't any war in heaven. It was black and white war.
Wow.
So I think our time is almost up.
Yes, 2 minutes. Sum it up. Yeah, give us some advice. I mean, so should we?
I think our brothers have said it.
Oh, yeah, they
have said all.
Yep.
All we need is we don't need democracy anymore. I want to make a point here is when democracy began in European countries. It didn't just begin.
It took a long time.
They debated on it. It took a long years before they accepted.
They fought and killed themselves.
Yes, but when they were bringing to Africa, they just brought it and tied it on our neck. They couldn't give us
to explore.
Yes. So it's time we have to take it away, revolute ourselves, unite as one people, telling black people, African youth, we have to unite and eliminate these old people, old leaders, old government who are leading any African country which has soldier, which can take them off, go and take them off. If not so, we can vote and bring good people, good leaders, critical leaders, people who can think about the country, people who can think reality, people who can think about the stomach of the people who can think about where the people will sleep, people who can think how people will get a job and get money and feed their family. These are the people, we need them. Democracy will never help Africa today, tomorrow, because the person who gave you democracy was once your slave master. And your slave master, your colonizer, will never give you anything that will free you from him being a slave or the slave master. We have to think that. So it's time we have to cut every mental chain, religious mental chain, political, educational, economical, and every mental chain which our colonizers give to black people. We have to cut it off, start from scratch. We can do it as black people.
Yes, we can.
We can do without our colonizers. We did it once upon a time. Before they came to Africa, they came and met engineers, teachers, scientists, and they say, no, let's carry those people away, change their history, change their culture, change their identity, lost them, give them different history and story, and that is our end today. We are going to restore Africa. My gratitude and my message to restore Africa spirituality. Restore Africa's spirituality. It's one of my platform which I go there. So you can search for them. Restore African spirituality. We will restore ourselves back and stand as one people. Thank you, Conscious Vibe Radio and TV.
Enough respect. Yeah, that was Yahuda Quintana. Yeah, same time next week, Yahuda. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bless.
from Westful Land.
You're an African.
Believe me, you are who you are, and nothing will change. Long as you're black,
Lord.
nothing will please. Those cases, false faces, they think that you're slave.
Oh, okay.
You're just
My Facebook is just darking out. I don't know what happened there, but it came back though.
so if you come from a
This time when you mention Ibrahim Traore too much, they don't like you. They don't even push your video, you know.
from here, you're an African.
Oh my goodness. What did we do, black people? What did we do around the world?
You come from.
As long as you a black man,
You're an
African.
You're an African. No mind your complexion.
There is no rejection. Magadag. Sorry for Magadag in tone right and bite you. Original by Peter Taj. This is a Bushman version. Yeah, man.
Me tell you if you.
Magadag town round bite you.
Jump out a frying pan.
You're bound to
Jump in the fire.
When I were with you, you used to be and fat, girl. But now you look like a real wet rat. Yeah,
Africans,
away from
what are we going to do?
me, no one to see you wrong.
Are we going to continue to say yes, sir?
Magadag turn around, bite you.
Things have to change, you know. Things have to really, really change.
You're bound to jump.
Really and truly, me tell you.
See, you come from country in a country choke. Tell me, say you.
Beat goes on. Time is 106. Maybe two more music. Yeah, man. Great man. Beat the signal. Yeah, man.
Recall some great men who's been fighting for our rights.
Let's recall some great men.
Let's recall some
Yeah, man.
great men
Who's been fighting for our rights.
Let's recall some great men who's been fighting for our rights. Let's recall some
Let's recall Ibrahim Traore.
who's been fighting for our rights.
And then, you know,
Recall Bob Marley who's been fighting for our rights. Recall Rodney Price.
Radley Price.
He's been fighting for our rights. Recall Burning Spear.
Burning Spear. Yeah, man.
Recall Culture Joseph.
Culture Joseph Hill.
Recall Miss Lou. Be true. They've been
Fighting for our rights.
Recall them.
You listen to Conscious Gong. My name is Mr. Reggae Ambassador. You know, we here every Saturday, 11 o'clock to 1 p.m. One more music and make a call it a day. Same time next week. Yeah, man.
Who's been fighting for our rights. Let's recall some great men who's been fighting for our rights. Let's recall some great men who's been fighting for our rights.
Let's recall some great men. Select a man. Jamali. Big go song. Yeah, man.
We gotta live and let live. Well, the music make me feel me woulda dance with somebody. I'm here looking around trying to find a girl to match me. On the dance floor she's a star. I woulda tried to make her laugh, but we have time to select a place, something where just throw me up. Hear him say, pull it up. One more time, lighters from you, no like nobody. Boy, Mr. Selector, man, oh me, oh my. You know, she said this your damn slap and girl child, hear him.
Hold it up.
Give me one more talk, I say from you, no buy no pussy, no back. Mr. Selector, man, oh me, oh my. I wonder if that woman.
Yeah, man, truth, I'll be the selector for the day. Call me Mr. Reggae Ambassador. Yeah, man. Woo.
I've been to Chicago and Fresno, Orlando, taking reggae music from door to door. Crisscross Europe like Marco Polo. I never really business with no much homo. Over the world, we will find them all time.
Beat goes, sir. Yeah, me love reggae music, you know. Good reggae music, me a deal with. Crucial time by Sizzla Kalonji.
Rude boy, live up and make good use of your time. Remember now, so this a crucial time. Not because you're coming from the ghetto. You gonna make a difference, make it better. Young girl, live up and make good use of yourself. Go to school and don't you prostitute yourself. Not because you're coming from the ghetto. You gonna make a difference, make it better. Rude boy, live up and make good use of your time. Remember now, so this a
Crucial time.
Not because you're coming from the ghetto.
Yeah, man, me have to call it a day, you know. Same time next week, Saturday, 11 o'clock to 1 o'clock. USA time. Ghana, 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. Just 2 hours, you know. Yeah, we come here and we have a good time. We talk about controversial stuff, you know. If you don't like what I say, don't listen, please. Black and proud, yeah, black and proud. Yeah, blow rum to me being at a water, you know. Yeah, man, roots and culture.
Now, here comes a special request to each and every one of my brethren out there, you know. Especially those who forget where they're coming from. You don't say.
Stumpy Wale was here. I hope you are not one of the stumpies. All right, people, we have to call it a day. Same time next week. Yeah, man, respect.
Don't you buy the ends that feed you, my brethren? No, don't you buy the ends that feed you.